Okay, as you suggested that the poem we are going to do today is animals. So first of all, let me share the Tata Classes video with you. Shubham, you can navigate. You can tell me that the screen is shared or not and the audio is clear or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Others may mute. And when you don't have anything to say, you can also mute. But when you want to convey something to me, unmute your mic and tell me.
Yes, sir.
Because we have always been observing that the video shared from here, Tata Classes or whatever, the voice is not always very clear. So I'm putting my mic on mute. Okay.
Sir, this is Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
So we were going to do animals actually.
Yes. But the name that I clicked on was animals, or did I put a click on wrong name? Let me check. How to get back? All chapters here. Class 10th. This is the one that we are doing animals.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing it. Yes, now this is correct.
Yes, sir.
Walt Whitman, an American poet and journalist, was born in Long Island, New York, America. Called the Bard of Democracy, he is regarded as one of the most influential personalities of American literature. Whitman's best-known work is his collection of poems Leaves of Grass, which was published in 1855. It comprises iconic poems like Song of Myself and O Captain, My Captain. The collection, strongly inspired by nature, speaks of friendship and love and celebrates the democratic traditions of America. Another well-known collection of Whitman's poems is Drum Taps. Whitman spent his early years both in the town and country, which explains his ease in composing poems with diverse themes such as O Captain, My Captain and The Voice of the Rain. The poem Animals is taken from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. In this poem, the poet reflects on different ways in which animals are better than human beings. Here is the summary of the poem Animals by Walt Whitman. Whitman wants to live with animals. He believes, unlike humans, animals are calm and controlled creatures. He admires animals and believes he can look at them infinitely. He corroborates this idea by listing different ways in which animals are different from human beings. Animals, unlike humans, do not complain about their life or situation. They do not cry over the sins committed by them. They also do not make the poet sick with their discussions on what is the right kind of duty to God. Animals, Whitman believes, are not dissatisfied creatures. They, unlike humans, do not get mad over their desires to own things. Animals do not subjugate oneself to another, nor do they bow and worship humans who had lived a long time ago. Animals, Whitman finally says, do not care about being respectable nor understand the concept of unhappiness. So, through the list of differences, Whitman is highlighting the self-imposed restrictions of humankind. The poet then expresses his acceptance of animals who show only their true selves to the poet. Through watching animals and their true selves, Whitman gathers pieces of himself which have been lost by living in the society. Whitman wonders how animals could possibly have pieces of himself. He wonders if he passed them by ages ago and carelessly dropped them. Thus, in the final 4 lines, Whitman explores the possibility that animals currently possess what humankind did at some point, natural virtues which have been lost as civilization progressed. It is also a reflection of how an individual loses his or herself when trying to conform to a society focused on appearances than natural human virtues. Now let us examine the literary elements from the poem Animals. In the poem, Whitman has generally personified animals. He provides them with the qualities of calmness and being in control. In the poem, the lines, "Look at them long and long. I wonder where they get those tokens," are examples of alliteration. Whitman uses this technique to explore the rhythms of natural spoken language. In the poem, the words "I," "they do not," and "not one" are examples of repetition. The poet uses repetition to strongly stress on the ways in which animals are unlike and therefore better than human beings. The poem Animals does not have a rhyme scheme since it is in free verse. The free verse is a trademark of Whitman's poetry. It was considered groundbreaking since it marked a break from traditional rhyming poetry that was prevalent during his time.
Yes. Anything out of this explanation that you wish to see once again?
Sir, what is reputation?
Reputation. Your image. What kind of a personality have you portrayed in front of others, and what do people generally think about you? What kind of a person you are as they consider. So all this is your reputation.
Sir, but
Got it?
in this, it is a literary device.
I said reputation. I thought you are asking reputation. Repetition you are asking. Repetition.
वो
है ना?
reputation था?
Yes, reputation is a different word, and the literary device is repetition.
हाँ, repetition तो पता है मुझे, कुछ और सुनाई दिया था. ठीक है, okay.
I'll play that once again. This is what I asked. If you wish
Words
to
"I,"
see
"they do
some
not,"
more,
and "not one" are examples of repetition.
check it.
Yes, sir, okay.
It's repetition. The things have been repeated. See, I has been repeated. They do not has been repeated. Not one, not one, not one, and not one has been repeated. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
The poet uses repetition to strongly stress on the ways in which animals are unlike and therefore better than human beings. The poem Animals does not have a rhyme scheme since it is in free verse. The free
Sir,
verse
it
is
is
a trademark
echo.
of Whitman.
Because my mic is also on. Earlier I had put it
Yes,
on
sir.
mute, but to speak I have unmuted my mic, and that is the reason. Okay, so I have stopped to share this. We are back. I'm looking for one more thing, if I could manage to find. Is this poem with the lesson Diary of Anne Frank?
The 100 dresses.
The 100 dresses.
The 100.
300. That means chapter number 6.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Probably 6. Yes, 100 dresses part 2. Let me check if I could find it over here. Then I'll share that with you. No, this is Amanda. So that means it will be with the next one. Glimpses of India. Yes, it is here. Okay. So now I'll share this with you. Is it shared, Shubham?
Yes, sir.
So we are on this poem. Can you read it or shall I increase the size?
We can read it,
Sir,
sir.
we can read it.
You can read it. Still, let me try to make it 150%. Yes. Now it will be convenient for those who are on mobile phones. So who's going to read it?
So may I?
Yes,
Anushka?
go ahead. Go ahead. Whoever said first.
Okay. Animals. Introduction. In this poem, the poet Whitman compares man to animals. He finds that man lacks many virtues that animals have. The poet says that he feels more at home with animals than human beings since they are selfish, false, and always dissatisfied, while the animals are unselfish, true, and more satisfied. They show their love for us. Plot, theme, central idea of lesson, literary analysis of animals, main idea, central idea of the poem. The poem Walt Whitman tells frankly that he feels more comfortable and at home with animals rather than his fellow human beings. He has lost so much faith in the race of man that he wants to turn and change his position with animals. Human beings have become mad running after material possessions. They are a bundle of complications, contradictions, and confusions. Their conscience is not clear, and can you please scroll this? Thank you. Conscience is not clear, and so they suffer from nightmares and weep for their sins. Animals, on the other hand, are calm, self contained, and contented. They don't run after material things other than their food. They don't need to worship God as they never suffer from any sense of guilt or sin. Ancestors of human beings shared those tokens of love and understanding in the remote past. Unfortunately, humans have lost those virtues and tokens of love and understanding completely forever. Style. Like the best poetry of Walt Whitman, the poem Animals is also written in irregular verse of the blank verse. This poem reflects Whitman's animism. It is the spirit of animals that are meant to reflect the truth in humanity. He respects animals because they have retained those values and tokens which humans seem to have already lost. Main points of the poem.
Wait, wait,
The
wait.
poet.
Wait,
Okay.
beta, wait. Have you understood this much?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
what I have highlighted here is the poet compares man to animals. So what is going on here in this poem? Title of the poem is Animals. But when poet started writing about animals, actually he did not write about animals, but he compared them with us. Though biologically, scientifically, we are also animals, but we consider ourselves different from animals, and we call ourselves human beings. Fine, there is nothing wrong in that. Now, what characteristics do we have? What features do we have? What habits do we have? What ways of living do we have? What we have learned? What values do we talk about? There are so many things. And poet is talking about all of those things and comparing these things with animals. And ultimately, what do you think? Who, according to poet, is better? Animals or human beings?
Animals.
Animals.
He considers animals far better. Yes. And why does he consider them better? There are reasons. There are reasons given here. And we have seen, we'll see them once again. He finds that man lacks many virtues that animals have. Now, what are virtues? Qualities, good qualities. Animals have some very good qualities which man, we human beings, we do not have. We lack those qualities. Now, what are such qualities? Can somebody tell me, list out few things? That according to you, not what poet said or written in this poem, but according to you, what are the things that are better in animals compared to us?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Okay. What else?
They are not selfish at all. They do not look always towards their benefit.
They are not greedy.
Is it right to say better? Because animals do everything for themselves, don't they? If they get something to
But
eat,
still,
huh? No,
they don't
selfish.
harm us mentally or emotionally.
Yes, in that way you can say. In that way you can say, because selfishness can be defined differently in different cases in different circumstances. Okay, fine. Yes, next.
Sir, they didn't jealous from anyone.
They do not feel
Sir,
jealous. Jealousy is something that you don't
sir,
see
they
in
live.
animals, Shubham says.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Sir, love, and sir, they live together with love.
They sometimes we see, or most of the times we see, that they have got team spirit. In many species, we have seen that they have a tendency or habit of community living, and they follow the norms, they follow the policies of their own community. Have you seen this in animals? If
Yes,
you
sir.
talk about monkeys or baboons, or if you talk about ants, or if you talk
Yes,
about
sir.
other kind of bird, or if you talk about some other kettle, even elephants, even wildest cats, if you watch on Animal Planet, that they are in their own groups. And when they are in their groups, they have their own policies, rules, and they stick to those. So that community living, understanding, taking on their responsibilities is very nicely, very well seen in animals. Okay, fine, this point is good. What else?
They don't have any sin or any sorrow.
It is there in this poem. Okay, fine. You said is what is right. As I said, speak something of your own ideas. Sin and sorrows,
Sir,
perhaps, is somewhere in this.
sir,
Hmm?
sir, they never forgive us. If we once, if we once shock them, or if we do, uh, if we gave
Something
some,
wrong to them, if we hurt
some,
them, they don't forgive us.
हाँ,
So, is it a good quality or bad?
it's a
They
good
don't
one.
forgive.
हाँ,
Not forgiving is good thing or not?
it's a good thing.
What do you mean by forgiving?
Maybe forget is the word.
Hmm?
Maybe the word is forget actually.
You said forgive.
हाँ,
That's why
सर
I
मतलब
repeatedly asked
फॉर
you.
एग्जांपल सर अगर हम किसी सर अगर हम सर किसी एनिमल की हेल्प करते हैं
If
तो
you
सर वो
do
हमको याद
something
रखते
good
हैं
for
कि हेल्प की थी,
animals,
लेकिन सर अगर हम किसी इंसान की
they do not forget you. They are very grateful. They express their gratitude. They are always thankful. And in return, if they get an opportunity, they will definitely pay back or help us back. So this is that if you do something good, they don't forget, not forgive. Forgive is a different thing. Okay, so
Oh,
fine.
sorry, sir.
That also is true. Recently,
So they are loyal.
yes, loyal. You in the very beginning you said this thing. Shubham, you said at first. The first word was loyal from your side.
Sir, I said.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I didn't say.
Because I have shared the screen, so I can't see who is saying. I just try to identify you by your voices. Faces are not visible because screen is shared. So many things have been shared by you all, discussed, and all that is correct. Now let us see what poet has given. He finds that man lacks many virtues that animals have. Animals have these virtues, these good qualities, but we don't have. We have started lacking them. We have started losing. Earlier, probably we had, but now slowly these virtues are ripped off, getting off from the personalities of human beings. The poet says that he feels more at home with animals than human beings since they are selfish. Who are selfish? We. False and always dissatisfied. See, what are the things that he doesn't like about human beings? That human beings are selfish, human beings are false, and we are always dissatisfied. These are the things that poet doesn't like about us. And what does he say? He feels more at home with animals. Feeling more at home with animals, what does it mean? Beta? Feeling more at home with animals?
sir
Yes,
being
yes,
comfortable with
yes.
them.
He is much
Comfortable.
more comfortable. Yes,
More
more
natural.
natural, more comfortable, more at ease.
He's
More
more
at ease.
comfortable with
Okay, good. While animals are unselfish, they are true and they are more satisfied with whatever they've got. We have a habit, we have a knack of complaining all the time. Whatever you get, you complain for something else, don't you? We keep on running after material possessions. It is given somewhere. Yes, here it is given. We keep on running after.
सर एनिमल्स भी करते ही होंगे मीन्स हमें नहीं पता चलता होगा
That's fine. But because we could not notice it all, so we consider that they don't. And see, have you seen some animals or any animal showing that sort of dissatisfaction and becoming restless and doing something which is not expected from them? You generally do not observe all these things. But in case of human beings, we always keep on complaining. You feel that they might be doing and we might not have noticed. That also is true to some certain extent, but it's not always true because we see so many animals around us, and in whatever kind of surroundings they are living, whatever kind of life they have, they lead their lives. See, if it rains outside and there are many animals who do not get shelter to hide or protect themselves from that falling shower, somehow they fit themselves in a corner or another, somehow they save, and as soon as the rain stops, they once again come out, just they shake their body once and move on. Get it?
यस
They
सर
don't. Have you seen them becoming restless or complaining or getting irritated, frustrated, and attacking on others or harming others or something like that? You don't do all these things. Okay. Now what next? When we talk about the central idea of the poem, the poet Walt Whitman tells frankly that he feels more comfortable and at home with animals rather than his fellow human beings. He has lost so much faith in the race of man that he wants to turn and change his position with animals. He's looking towards animals. He wants to be with them. Human beings have become mad running after material possessions, we have just discussed. They are a bundle of complications, contradictions, and confusions. We have made our lives very complex. We are making it difficult day by day. And there are contradictions. We say something today, and on the other day, we believe something else, and then on the third day, we do something else. We are never stuck to one thing. We are never clear with anything. We have our own contradictions. We have contradictions with our notions, our ideas, with that of the ideas of others. What you think, maybe somebody else is not satisfied with that. What somebody else thinks, you may not be satisfied with that. Confusions are always there, to be or not to be, to do this thing or to do that thing, whether to do this or not, what is right, what is wrong. We are always confused. Their conscience is not clear, and so they suffer from nightmares and weep for their sins. Our conscience is not clear. Our inner voice that tells us what to be done, what not to be done, what is right, what is wrong. This inner voice is never very clear. And this is the reason why we are afraid. These nightmares, these scary dreams, they keep on haunting us, they keep on troubling us. And then, for whatever sins we have done in our lives, we weep for them, we cry for them, we ask for God's forgiveness. When do we remember God? Whenever we think that we have done something wrong and we are afraid that yes, we'll be punished for this, for our sins, we go to God, we pray to God, and we ask for God's forgiveness. Maaf kar do. Why do we do sins then? Animals, on the other hand, are calm. See, these are the things. Complications, contradictions, and confusions, because our conscience is not clear. Whereas in case of animals, they are calm, they are self-contained, and they are contented. They know what they are doing, and when they do, they consider this is correct, and that's why they do. And they are contented means they are satisfied with whatever they have got or whatever they have done. They don't run after material things other than their food. There is only one thing for which they run, for which they do everything, and that is their food. And it is every living being's birthright to get things to fill his stomach, to satisfy his appetite. So if they are doing something for feeding themselves, there is nothing wrong in that. And besides this, they are not running after the designer dresses and designer shoes and designer expensive vehicles or good shelters or bungalows or whatever. They don't run after any such thing. It is human being who does all that. Their need is only one, and that is food. They don't need to worship God, as they never suffer from any sense of guilt or sin. As I just said, we go to God, we ask for God's forgiveness because we believe that we have done something wrong and will be punished afterwards. So we ask for God's forgiveness. Animals, whatever they do, because they knew that this was needed, because they knew whatever they are doing is really necessary and right for them, for their survival, there is nothing wrong in whatever they have done, and so they never have a sense of guilt or sin, and that's why they do not pray to God for any kind of forgiveness. Ancestors of human beings shared those tokens of love and understanding in tokens. We have all those virtues earlier, which we have lost now. These qualities we had, which poet is calling tokens. We had all these, but we have lost them somewhere. And now these tokens have been picked by animals. This love and understanding that we used to have in past is now lost, and now animals have all this. Now at last, the style of the poem Like the best poetry of Walt Whitman, the poem Animals is also written in irregular, as there is no rhyme scheme, neither meter nor rhythm nor any rhyming word at the end of the poem. So we call it free verse. This poem reflects Whitman's animism. It is the spirit of animals that are meant to reflect the truth in humanity. He respects animals because they have retained those values and tokens which humans seem to have already lost. Now, the main points, as Anushka was reading, I stopped. Then there are all these extracts. I share this on your WhatsApp, class WhatsApp group, this whole thing. You can go through this and then we shall have discussion in the next class. Shall I stop sharing it here? Or do we have some time to read one or two more stanzas? We can. We can. Yes, Anushka, continue reading these main points. We still have some time.
Sir, we will not read the poem.
What is this?
This
This
is
thing?
this is not the ठीक है ये भैया.
What is this?
Yes sir, okay.
Then what is this?
सर मुझे लगा जो इससे पहले था वैसे ही स्टैंडा को एक्सप्लेन किया होगा.
Which class is this? 10th.
Hmm.
This is 10th. I'll have to find out. This is 100 dresses that I have opened. After this, I will have to bring that poem once again on the screen. Okay, you can read it from there
Sir,
itself.
83.
Chalo, I have closed that. Read from here. In the next class, I'll open the page of the textbook. But there is no difference. There is no difference. But first, I am asking Anushka to go through these main points. Did we start reading poem? I just asked her to read these main points. By the time gets over, we'll stop today's class and then poem reading will be done in the next class. Okay. Before that, I'll share these notes with you so that you can go through. You'll be clear with everything. So little discussion will be enough in the next class. Chalo beta. Main points only.
Sir, Anushka is not there.
Just now she was reading. Somebody else may read.
Sir, she's there, but
Yes, sir,
she's
I am
not
reading.
audible.
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, somebody else may read. No problem.
स्नेहा मेन
Sir,
पॉइंट.
I am back. Sir,
अरे बहुत पढ़ लिया तूने, अब मैं
Yeah.
पढ़ूंगी.
Okay.
Main points of the poem. The poet feels more comfortable and at home with animals. He doesn't feel comfortable with human beings. He wants to move away from human beings and live with animals. Animals are calm and contented. They never weep over their miserable conditions as humans do. They never worship God and weep for their sins. They don't suffer from the mania or madness of owning and possessing things. They don't fall down on knees to show respect to others. Thousands of years ago, the ancestors of human beings possessed the quality of love and kindness. Men had lost those tokens of love, but animals still retain them. Human beings are confused, greedy, and over ambitious, while animals are not.
When I share screen and then stop sharing, I find in your class lot of conversation in the chat section. And that is interesting. I would like to go through all that once again. See. Srishti believes humans are better, but when I was asking that question, she didn't say this. Sneha has agreed.
So this chapter is about animals.
No, Srishti says humans are better in the chat section.
I said in that point humans were better.
Contented means. Beta, when you are asking some question, like Charu has asked something here, when the screen is shared and if you put a question in chat section, I cannot see that. Okay, if you are asking these questions to one another, that is a different thing. But if you are putting this question for me, you should have unmuted your mic and asked me directly. Charu.
Okay, sir.
On a shared screen, these things are not visible.
Okay, sir.
Srishti is saying there is an extension for that also. If we keep
Sir,
on
when you screen share, there is an extension from where you can see all the chats and the name of the students of
what is the name of that extension?
that. I don't know.
To tell me the name, then only I can find it out better. If you know something like that, that's good. You can tell me. Find out and tell me later on, okay?
Yes, sir.
So fine. One thing is left, and that is saving your attendance. Attendance saved. I hope in today's class, this short poem is almost clear to everybody. We have seen the video of Tata Class Edge. We have seen the notes that I had here. I'm sharing it with you on WhatsApp. Go through it and read the poem before you come in the next class. Okay, it's clear to Anushka. How many of you have understood the poem clearly? Just type I here in the chat section. Just type I, that is enough. Good, good, good. Very nice. Most of you understood. That's fine. Sneha has a different spelling for I. Good, very nice. Almost everybody understood. See. Okay. So remaining discussion in the next class, it's time to stop it. Say Sairam. I'm first of all stopping to record it.